Yo, what's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. APW Sports signing in with some more Chicago Bears news as the Bears have made their next coordinator hire. This side is on the defensive side of the ball, and they have hired Eric Washington from the Buffalo Bills. Now, Washington, just to give a little background on him, has 15 years of NFL coaching experience, and oddly enough, those 15 years began with the Chicago Bears as a defensive assistant in 2008 and 2009 with Lovie Smith's defense, and the defensive line coach in 2010. He spent the past 4 seasons with the Bills as a defensive line coach, also serving as defensive senior assistant in 2022 and the assistant head coach in 2023. He has worked with the Panthers as well as the defensive line coach in 2011 through 2017 and the defensive coordinator for the Panthers in 2018 and 19. Now, Washington comes in with a very good track record as he's been a part of some of the NFL's best defenses in the last few years. 2021 with the Buffalo Bills, they led the league in points per game with 17. In 2022, they ranked second with 17.8, with them registering 19 sacks in their final 4 games in 2021. And the Bills just past season was 4th in the league in points allowed with 18.3 points a game and sacks with 54. So he has some experience with that defensive line, which I think can be, I'm not going to say vastly improved, but I think it can use a little bit more improvement from 2023 into 2024. And they've hired a guy in Eric Washington who has experience coaching some really solid defensive lines. And with the Panthers, he was the defense coordinator, which helped Luke Kuechly earn first-team All-Pro in 2018 and second-team in 2019. And in 2019, the Panthers defense ranked second in the NFL with 53 sacks. So he comes in as a guy who gets the best out of their defensive line. As we all know, Ed Oliver has experienced some very good seasons with Eric Washington as the defensive line coach. And the Bills defensive line has been one of the better defensive lines in the NFL. And he comes in with the defense that was number 1 in the league in run defense last year. We're talking about the Chicago Bears. So he comes in as a guy who these preach turnovers, because Carolina's secondary improved from 28th to 12th in interceptions in 2018 under his leadership, and 32nd to 13th in passes defended, 18th to 9th in tackles for loss. So we're getting a guy in Eric Washington who has been around the league, and every stop he's had, he has had success in the NFL. Now, one thing I'm kind of looking forward to seeing, and kind of looking forward to see how things play out between him and Matt Eberflus, who is a defensive coach, is number 1, is he going to take over the play calling? Or 2, are they going to be co-play callers? That, I think that's probably the biggest thing, is that who is going to be the guy that is going to be calling plays for the Bears defense in 2024? Because we've seen with a little bit of time when Matt Eberflus had to take over for Allen Washington, who resigned, we see as time went on, this defense continued to just get better and better and better. So it wasn't a bad defense, even though I think personally the Bears can use some improvement on their pass defense. And we've seen he has track records with good pass defenses, getting after the quarterback, creating turnovers, which creating turnovers was a big part of the success of the Chicago Bears defense in 2023. Getting after the quarterback with Montez Sweat added to the defensive line, and he's going to have a very good defensive line coach in Eric Washington. That is going to be a big help, I think, personally, for the Bears. So at the end of the day, when it comes to the hiring of Eric Washington, I personally really like this for the Chicago Bears going forward, because I think it's going to, take some of that pressure off of Matt Eberflus, who had to just wing it and take over the defensive things last year due to the resigning of Allen Washington. And they're getting a good Allen Williams, and they're getting a very quality coach, a coach who has experience boosting defensive lines, which I think the interior Bears getting out to the quarterback can use some improvement. The secondary, I think the pass defense of this Bears, like I said earlier, can definitely use some improvement. And the late game situations with this Bears defense, I personally think can use some improvements, because we all seen a couple of games, Broncos, Lions specifically, where the secondary of the Chicago Bears just did not hold up for the exact totality of these games, and they were able to come back, and the Bears ended up losing these ball games. And you can throw the Cleveland Browns game in there as well, as the secondary lapses helped the Cleveland Browns end up coming back and winning that ball game. So I think with Eric Washington, with Matt Eberflus, we get two great defensive minds. We have to see what they do with this roster as far as improving in the secondary, what they're going to do with Eddie Jackson. All that is going to be a question. With Brisker, Gordon, are they going to re-sign Jalen Johnson, which I think they should. This Bears defense was a very good defense, and they just kept improving and improving. And I think under the tutelage of Eric Washington, who has had success at every single stop that he's had in the NFL, I just think this defense is going to just continue to improve and continue to get better. And I think you add a little bit more talent to this defense, and you get a guy in Washington who's going to take some pressure, like I said, off Eberflus. You get two different voices. You get two different opinions, two different guys who's had success throughout this league, and they can combine as one to make this defense a very good defense and continue to improve on the improvements that the Bears had in 2023. So me personally, I really like the move of Eric Washington now being the Bears defensive coordinator. But that's all I have. Those are my thoughts and opinions on the hiring of Eric Washington as the new Bears defense coordinator. Leave you guys' thoughts and opinions in the comment section down below. I would love to see what you guys think about this. I would love to see what you guys think about the Bears all season as well. So just leave your thoughts in the comment section down below. But I am APW Sports signing out. Make sure you guys stay safe. Have a great and excellent day, and I will catch you guys in the next video. Peace.